Back to the CHF Overtime Podcast. Jordan DeLuciano, as always. And we found him. We got him back on. He gets his own episode. Farmingdale State forward, John McCann. John, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, John. Some Wi-Fi issues. It happens. He couldn't get connected before. He was at work, so it's all good. It's all good. So I went to Smithtown East. You went to Smithtown East or West, John?
I went to East, Smithtown East.
Oh, you did go to East?
Yeah, yep.
You play high school there?
I was supposed to go to Smithtown West, but then I moved over and went to Smithtown East, and I ended up playing hockey over there.
Played East. You played all the way through senior year?
Yep, freshman and senior year, yep.
Oh, I don't think the coach was around. Was Grenice around?
Vinny was my coach for my junior year, for varsity.
Gotcha.
He departed after that.
Yes, I heard. Yeah, he was my coach too. Yeah. Did you guys win over there?
We won. So my junior year, we lost county championships, but we ended up winning states. And then my senior year, we won counties, and then we lost in semifinals and states.
That's what happened. My senior year, we won counties and lost the states finals to the team we beat in counties. So I think don't you have to win both to go to nationals?
Yep.
That's how it goes. That stinks.
I know, because we went to my junior year when we won states. We ended up going to nationals that year, and we actually made it to the quarterfinals, but we lost by a goal.
Oh, where was that states for high school?
States,
not states. Nationals.
Oh, we went to Cleveland. Went to Ohio.
Cleveland? Yeah. Oh, okay. I was about to say
that's my favorite spot to go to for nationals.
Yeah. But Ohio was the nice. I went to nationals for Farmingdale in Ohio, and I actually been there for not a vacation, but it was for a music festival in Ohio. It's like the campus area where Ohio State is, and where we went for nationals when I played college. It was pretty cool. The area. I can't imagine the surrounding area being ideal.
Yeah, no, we were. Our hotel was just right next to like a bunch of strip malls, so we didn't really have much to do. But we ended up going to I think it was the Cleveland Monsters, their minor league team over there. So we went over to watch a couple games over there. But I know there's a couple areas over by the campuses that are really nice.
Yeah. There was I remember when I was down there went to a music festival a couple years ago. There's a long strip. It was a nice area with like bars and stuff. But outside of there, I never ventured that far. Further. It's Cleveland, Ohio. I mean, not to dog on Cleveland, but I mean, everyone in the sports world does that.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. So this year, you guys are up to a 3-0 start. So good start on paper, but these last two games have been a little bit more difficult to close out. What has been the issue for you guys? Really put your foot on the throat and get these games closed out, opposed to going to overtime.
I just think it has to do with our defense, our team defense. We're still a team that's, we got a lot of old faces from last year, but we also got a lot of new faces this year. So we're still trying to find our identity as a team right now. And I just think once we start gelling together a little more, get a little more chemistry, bonding going a little bit, team defense everybody will start locking in and contributing in the defensive zone. That's really where we have our most problems when it comes down to the last 15, 20 minutes of the third period, last period of the game. Well, you saw against Cortland, we had a 5-goal lead, and we couldn't just bury it and finish it off. And that just all comes with poise and team defense, and we just got to be better in our own defensive zone.
You guys gotta get it together quickly because you got Quinnipiac home and home this weekend. How do you guys going to adjust that quick turnaround and fix these issues going into the weekend?
I think we just got to keep doing what we're doing in practice. Just fast pace, keep going. And I honestly think that with a little bit of film and guys watching the game, I think we'll be able to tell real easily how we can fix our defense up without actually having to go over it in practice. It's very simple, minor mistakes that we make, and I think that we can fix it right away. And for this weekend, heading into this weekend.
But to you guys' credit, you guys 2 overtime games, but you were able to overcome the missteps, the 5-goal deficit being overcome against Cortland and letting Fordham hang around. You guys were able to still get the win in spite of that. What did that say to you guys as the team, able to go throughout all that adversity, blow the game, but then win the game?
It just shows that, this team, we've handled adversity right away in the beginning of the season, which is good, because a lot of times, you don't handle adversity till later on in the year when you play those bigger teams right before you go to nationals or the conference finals. And then you got to deal with adversity then. So I think it was a big test for us to find ourselves and our team in general, and overcome those those losses, the wins that we got, but blows when we lost those 5-goal leads. So that adversity just I think it makes us a better team, and definitely will help us in the long run when we play Quinnipiac this weekend and later on in our schedule when we play defending champs like Batson and when we play the Bonnies like we lost to them last year. So definitely will help for that.
So actually, we'll go right back to that Bonnie's game. What do you think went wrong? Because you were part of that Farmingdale team last year that lost that winner go home game to Bonaventure in the third game. What went wrong for you guys?
It's hard to say what went wrong. I just don't think that we got the bounces going our way that night. You know, some nights, the teams will get better bounces than you, and we just weren't getting any bounces that night with the puck. A couple goals that they scored were shot off the glass and it bounced right in front of the net instead of rimming all the way around the ice. Like stuff like that, you don't really see happen all the time. And then bounces like that, you can't blame it on anybody. It's just the hockey gods just saying, it's not your night tonight.
Yeah, then you guys get to meet up with them. I believe it's the weekend right before or after Thanksgiving.
I think it's before. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go upstate. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So a little revenge game for you guys and get a taste of the upstate teams. I believe Niagara and Binghamton you got as well.
Yeah, we played Niagara and then Binghamton up there as well. Yeah, but we're really looking forward to playing Bonnies and getting back what we should have had last year.
So this past game against Fordham, it got very testy to say the least. That one play, if it was beginning of overtime, I mean, just a disgusting hit in terms of in terms of the impact was just tough to look at. I don't remember if you were on the ice, if you were on the bench for it when that hit happened. But like, what was your emotions and the team's emotion when you see your teammate? First of all, for the question, is he all right after that flip?
Yeah. So Hawkins took that. I don't even know how to describe that hit. It was disgusting to even think about again. Watching it in replay, slow-mo is just, you see how bad it is. And like, honestly, when it happened, a lot of us on the bench actually thought he broke his neck the way he fell down and he fell on his back. We thought he was paralyzed and broke his neck the way he fell down. So for a second, the whole bench just kind of like in shock, like, holy did that really just happen? And we were like, is he all right? And then we finally saw him get up, and then I think there was a sense of like calmness and like, all right, he's good, and we know that he's good. So that's what really like calmed us down a little bit. But yeah, dirty to say the least. That was a crazy hit.
Yeah, I thought the same exact thing. Calling that game, like I didn't say it on the call because I can't say that on the call.
Yeah.
But in my head, my first thought was this kid's paralyzed. It was bad.
Yep.
That landing. But it was, and then in a split second, he gets up and then starts throwing rights and lefts like nothing happened. Like, it was, how do you wrap your mind around that?
Yeah. It was honestly, it was good to see him get up and defend himself a little bit. Not gonna lie, I was a little fired up on the bench, seeing that it was kind of like everybody was just standing around looking at him on the ground. Meanwhile, the kid who hit him was just standing on top of him, looking over him. Like, geez, it was good to see that he got up and defended himself a little bit.
Yeah. So like, I feel like weird encouraging people to watch this play, but just to know what we're talking about, check out the Long Island Sports Network on YouTube, watch the overtime period, and you'll see what we're talking about. But I'm not kidding when I say, like, look with discretion, because it's a tough look to see the impact. But in the locker room, I briefly passed him. He had a cut on his nose. I'm like, dude, are you all right? He's like, yeah. Oh, thank God, right?
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, I don't know how he got up with just a little scratch on his nose. He got really lucky, really, really lucky to say the least.
Mm-hmm. So a theme that is from so far in the all three games that I've seen is the discipline aspect of Farmingdale. I had a kid on earlier today, Mass Maritime. He said something they have to fix from last year was they were very undisciplined and it hurt them in the Fed Cup. And they came out this year and they fixed it, and that's what helped them beat Babson.
Yeah,
you guys have been in the box, to say decently amount, to put it lightly. How do you guys address that?
I think it's just got to be more focused from each one of us. Like we're out here playing for each other, not for a single person. So when we take stupid penalties, you're not only hurting yourself with the rest of the team. We second period against Fordham, we come out first 3 minutes, we start playing 5-on-5, and then we take a 7-minute penalty. It's like, it's frustrating as players on the bench because you can't get going, you can't get your legs going, you're sitting there, you're cold. Guys who don't kill penalties all the time, they're sitting there, they're getting cold on the bench, not ready to go, and then it's hard to get back into the mentality of, all right, now it's 5-on-5 when we've been playing shorthanded for 13 minutes of the period. So we just gotta stop making mental mistakes and really just lock down mentally and know when it's the right time to take a penalty and know when it's not. And we just been taking way too many of them lately. So that's just the discipline aspect we gotta definitely fix before we go into the conference finals and then way before that Fed Cup. So.
Last year your captain was Vince Anamo. He graduated. So you lose that captain, you lose that voice in the locker room. Is the collective who stepped up? Is it a specific person? Is it the collective room that is now the vocal leader or lead by example?
I think it's just it's more of like the veterans. We came together this year. We haven't been named the captain yet, but we kind of we have a feeling of like who it's gonna be, what's gonna be, and it's just everybody in the locker room talks. We're all been through a lot of the guys like Greg Hendrickson. He's been playing in this league for 3 years now, so he knows a lot. And having him talk and then other guys come in, start chiming in. It really just spreads out the vocal in the locker room, so it makes it a little bit more tighter in there instead of having just one person talk.
Is that where you guys need? Is that something you guys need to be maybe like more vocal, getting eye to eye to kind of nip this discipline issue in the butt?
Definitely, yeah. We've gone over it in the locker room as a team without coaches before, in between periods, after the game, before the game. Just talk to each other and then what's going on, like really why are we taking stupid penalties, and what happens mentally, why we're having these brain farts and taking these penalties. So trying to talk to each other about it and trying to get it done. So this way we don't keep doing it and shooting ourselves in the foot.
Behind the bench, you have 3 former players, Joe Mazey, Spiros Markopoulos, and Mike Jennings, who I played with Spiros briefly and Mike decently enough. What's it like to have former Farmingdale players behind you on the bench who have been through the ringer?
It's pretty cool. They're the reason why we're playing at Northwell right now. They really put the stepping stones for us to come in and play at Northwell, have a nice locker room. They led the way for us, so it's nice to have them on the bench behind us and really give their input. So a lot of their guys, their stats too. They're not just guys who played on Farmingdale. They're top leading stat guys that were on Farmingdale and still hold records on Farmingdale. So it's just the respect aspect that you have for them, knowing that they're big for us.
I graduate and you guys left the bubble. I mean, for anyone who's listening who's played at the bubble, it's not ideal. Yeah, well, I would love to play it at Northwell with a nice locker room. I mean,
Yep.
You guys got it good, except for the walk to the walk after the game. You know what I mean? After you get dressed, you got to walk through the lobby. That I know.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I'll take it. I'll take the walk over playing in the bubble.
Yeah, no, I know the bubble is. Yeah, I would still take that walk over the bubble. That is not the best rake. So, John, what year are you in at Farmingdale right now?
So this is going to be my junior year here at Farmingdale. I didn't get to play my freshman year because we had the COVID season, so we didn't have season. So technically, this is my sophomore year of eligibility, but it's my junior year of college.
Gotcha. What are you doing at Farmingdale? What are you pursuing?
I'm actually going to be an athletic director, hoping to be an athletic director. So
nice.
I'm a coach. So, sticking with the programs and look forward to keep doing that.
You dropped your phone. So anything specific? I heard you mention coach and you dropped the phone. Anything specific in terms of being and with athletic directing?
So right now, I'm looking just really to coach in the future and looking to get an athletic director job after college, obviously. But right now, I'm trying to get my hands in the field of coaching. So I'm actually coaching freshman team with freshman Smithtown.
Oh, nice.
Ethan Bone. So,
okay.
Yeah, Ethan's our head coach. So both of us and Joe DeCanny are our goalie. Us 3, we're getting our hands dirty and getting in the coaching field now.
How's that team doing? The freshman squad.
We're 5-0 right now.
Look at you guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Did Joey play Smithtown?
So yeah, Joe played Smithtown freshman year to senior years as well. Yeah.
Freshman year. because so this is crazy how this life turns around. Small world.
Yeah.
When you first played freshman, I don't know how old. I think I was on maybe varsity, and I was helping out with the tryouts for JV and the lower level teams with JV and freshmen. And I'm pretty sure I was shooting on him, like when he was trying out, like because I was one of the coaches helping try out. I remember shooting because he had his name on the back of his jersey he was wearing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We a lot of the guys, Hawkins too, Matt Hawkins. We all played through the Midtown organization, so got a couple guys through there.
They all went to East.
All three of us except for Hawkins. So Hawkins went to West, and then me, Joe, and Ethan went to East.
Okay, all right. I didn't know, but yeah, I remember Joey. So when I started calling your games, I'm like, dude, I think I coached this guy's tryout when he was a freshman in high school. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Small world.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, John, thanks for coming on. I'm happy everything worked out. We got you on. Got your own little episode here. And I appreciate the time, and I'll see you on Saturday. Good luck against Quinnipiac.
Thanks for having me, Jordan. Appreciate it.
All right, once again, Jordan DeLuciano alongside John McCann, forward from Farmingdale State from the CHF Overtime Podcast. I'll see you all next.